In April of 1954, when this very interesting patient was presented to me on ward rounds, and I had been very deeply involved in my thinking about aldosterone in relation to our own old experiments, this patient's biochemical findings and symptoms suggested to me that this could be due to the production of excessive amounts of aldosterone. And so this gave us the courage to really go to town on this situation. So I went and took a little time to talk to this lady. And I said, I would like to get you into our laboratory for about 4 or 5 weeks if you could live in our research laboratory. And she consented. As it turned out, she lived there for 8 months, during which time we collected a tremendous amount of information, some of which has never been published, but is voluminous and very, very interesting. And someday we will publish some of these unpublished observations. But to make a long story short, at the end of that 8-month period, we were fully convinced that she was making excessive amounts of aldosterone and that there was only one approach to the problem, and that was to explore her adrenal glands, because so far as anybody knew then and knows now, the adrenal glands are the only source of aldosterone. So she was taken to the operating room, and exploratory of both adrenal glands was made. And I, of course, was behind the surgeon's right shoulder. And when he put his hand into the left side and he said, I can feel a tumor, I could feel the blood go up into my head, and I couldn't stand still. I moved around that operating room, and I knew that this wasn't going to be the only case of this kind.